it's always expensive to be going by the studio. You always have to be borrowing money, asking for money, and all these kind of things, and you feel depressed. You can literally do this thing yourself. Hey guys, I'm Dwayne from Think Jesus. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with how music works. Like if you're an upcoming gospel artist and you find that you doesn't have any material to produce music, like for instance beats, you don't have any rhythm, then I'm not sure if you know that you can actually use music from online, from like YouTube, and use it without getting into trouble. I'm not sure if you know that, because I've seen a lot of upcoming artists. They're reaching out to me and other persons in a sense as if they have no hope, like they can't even get a beat or something like that. And I just want to inform you guys that there are ways to do this so that you don't get in trouble. If you find that you doesn't have any beats, because I make beats and I use beats from online quite a bit of time when I'm just starting out, and even now, if I heard a beat and I don't want to like make it over, I just want to or I don't want to make something new with for the idea that I got on their beat, I just work with their beat, because it's not about money. So in this case, what I would do is like browse YouTube and search for like free beats. I will ensure that there's other people who are using the beat too, like the music, if I'm not sure if I can use it or not. But what are the main concerns a lot of times for these producers is if you're using their music to make money. So if you're not using their music to make money, like you're just uploading to YouTube and to Facebook and to social media, just to share the gospel, because you are that's what's supposed to be your main aim in the first place, and holistically to share the gospel, right? So you don't necessarily have to have the opportunity to put it on Spotify, or even though that's another medium where people listen to music, you don't necessarily have to have it, because people still do listen to music on YouTube. And I think majority of people in the world listen to music on YouTube. Like a lot of people in the world then listen to music from YouTube. Because that's where they're gonna see music videos and stuff like that, so they can watch it. I don't want you guys to be depressed and feel left alone, as if you have nothing, no resources. Like the most expensive thing right now that you can get for yourself as an upcoming gospel artist, and I'm not telling you that you're called for this, and I'm not telling you that this is what you should do, right? But this is what I do, and this is how I think. If you're called for this and you're supposed to be doing this, the most expensive thing right now is your computer. After you get your computer, everything else is not that expensive. The computer can be expensive and it can be cheap too, depending on where you get it. You don't have to be looking for the high specs computer. You can start at i5, even dual core for recording. But when it comes down to like basic mixing and stuff like that, or just mixing in general, because you can do professional mixing on those computers, but you have to know how to do it. Like freeze different tracks and stuff like that, just to save memory space, and use certain plugins with certain or use the stock plugins, which is very good. Once your knowledge is increased, then you pretty much can achieve professional sounds with stock plugins. Really, I'm not lying. And one more thing, after you pass that stage, like get your computer, whether dual core, i3, i5, i7, whatever it is. The higher the better too. With RAMs are important. Like 4 GB RAM is fairly small, but like I say, you still can make professional music depending on how you do it, right? Depending on how you do it. Like some people would or some of my projects may be so toxic that I will make the beat in one session and then record and then save that beat file as a wave file, and then put that in a new session, then record the vocals on top of that beat in a new session. So I don't have everything in one session to be so crowded and cluttered, because the computer may not be able to manage that. So depending on how you do it, but after you get the computer that you can get at the time, right? The other stuff that you may need is a microphone, right? Any microphone. A microphone which will cost you about let me just say from $20 US dollars go up. And you're probably saying, what? That won't get me any great sound. Of course it will. Like we literally we have spent like about, I think, $300 on a microphone, and that's small for microphone. Microphones go in thousands of dollars, but I'm just bear with me right quick. Let me explain this to you. But 300 is a good range for a more durable microphone. I just have to say durable because sometimes you will prefer the cheaper microphone sound for some songs than the expensive microphone, right? And if you look at YouTube, then you can see persons putting like a $40 microphone versus a $3,000 microphone, and you can hardly tell the difference, right? They have their differences, of course, but some persons can hardly perceive the differences. All right, so let me get to my point. So we spent $300 on a microphone, and that microphone, within no time, within the space of months, I think, that microphone stopped working. So I had a friend who had a microphone that he paid, I think, $40 something. I can't remember, 40 plus. I can't remember quite, and I can't remember the brand either. I think it was CAD. I can't remember. But we ended up having to use that, and we actually used that microphone and record a song that a lot of persons know, the Wall song. Oh yeah, the wall around me, God put you all around me. I think that song was recorded on a 40 something. Let me just say $45 or $49 microphone US, right? The Wall song was recorded on that, and that song, a lot of persons listen to it. A lot of persons say they are blessed by it. That song did pretty well, and when I say well, I mean a lot of persons have received the message, right? And that's the important part of it, you know, using what you have and still persons being blessed around you. Like how I'm doing a video right now, you can use your phone and all of those kind of things and still make somebody be blessed. You doesn't need every single thing to start, you know, you just need to start. That's the thing. So let me get back to what I was saying. Look at that, and I'm gonna probably put the song on the screen or something like that for those who haven't heard it. But that song, you can't really tell. While it's not the best sounding, like quality wise, it was pretty great. You know, it was pretty great. And I even look at Amazon to see if I can find back that same microphone. And while I say this to you now, I think I literally gonna see if I can find that microphone and possibly get that microphone back, you know, because I think that was a decent microphone. Anyways, my point is you can find cheap microphones, right? Like from, like I said, like $20 up, you know, on, let me just say under $100 or under $50. I'm going as small because some persons may not have it, and you can still get very decent quality. Ask me how. I'm not sure. All I know is I've used them before. I have a song on YouTube called Everybody Need God. I think that was recorded on probably the microphone was $30 something.
Never your fear say you up, but we up than you. Your fear say you tough, but we tough than you. And you run the dark, God govern you. So we blaze up the fire, turn it up on you. Move over, yo.
Yes, it wasn't my mic. It was, they were just there and we used what we had, you know. And it was a friend's mic, and they sound pretty decent. I think this mic right now that I'm using, it's not even impressive, and the person that purchased this mic said this mic was, I think, $800 US or $1,000 when he bought it. I can't remember. He said it was handmade, and it's not even that impressive. Like, I would literally go and buy a $40 something microphone because my knowledge is increased now, and I understand that it's not in the microphones. It's not in your room. I understand that your room can sound a lot like echoey and very echoey, but you can do things like put sheets and stuff. I know you're probably saying well, that won't work and stuff like that, but it just takes dedication. Like, think about this. A lot of professionally sounding songs that you hear were recorded in hotel rooms. Literally. I've seen a video with Jonathan McReynolds. Like, he I don't remember how I found this video, but I saw him recording in a hotel room, or he was recording someone. If it's not him, he was recording himself, he was recording someone.
We literally put a pillow and a blanket over him to deaden the sound.
Because I saying to myself that I wanted a different space. Right now, just to say, I've just pulled down a recording booth. Like, I've made a recording booth in this room, and I've recently, like a day ago, I think, pull it down. I didn't have the foams and like the studio panels, like the acoustic panels in the booth. I had like sponge, like yellow sponge, and also some thick fuzzy, I'm trying to find it, I'm trying to see if I can see it, a thick fuzzy blanket, like fuzzy and nice, and I think that would absorb plenty sound. Like, so I line it with the fuzzy thing, line the yellow foam, the yellow sponge, and I wasn't getting the results. And I was saying to myself that when I was home, I was saying to myself, I used to get better quality than this, just recording, standing up in my room, facing like the closet where clothes are, you know. That sounded well, you know. Sometimes I bring up those old sessions, and it sounded well. I've recorded in studios before, and to me, I have different qualities from different environments, and the studio ones haven't blown my mind. Like, this is why I know I need a studio. That haven't happened yet, or I can't remember of that, right? So I believe it's a technique, it's a type of songs and those kind of things, right? And we'll dive into that. But whatever you want to know, by the way, just whatever you want me to talk about, relating to music and stuff like that, and even basic videos like video editing or stuff like that, let me know. Lyric video, whatever it is, concerning ministry, just let me know in the comments, and I'll be happy to get back to you. But what I'm saying is, I hope I don't miss track. Right, so he was recording in the hotel room, and I was curious. I'm like, I'm gonna now search for this song. Hopefully it's out already. I'm gonna search for this song and listen what the result was like. Man, I couldn't tell where it was recorded. By the way, the last song that I released, and today is what? Today is Tuesday, the 15th of June. And the last song I released, and I did like a video for it. Take Me Over. It's called Take Me Over. That song, I just sit on the bed. I had the boot there because the boot was up at the time. I had the boot there and I didn't went in it because it was just so much easier for me to press record on the laptop and just turn and sing, and then, you know, press back record and stuff like that, or stop and play and skip to where I want to go. And I didn't record that in any booth, and I find that was pretty decent recording.
My problems were not forever, even though they take some time to go.
So back to what I was saying about the microphone. The microphone is not something that you're gonna say, all right, I get the laptop now, I need a good sum of money to invest in a really great, awesome microphone before I can start. No, right? And I'm not even trying to help you to start out, like just so you can start with something, you know. No, these things that I'm telling you, you're gonna get brilliant quality, right? I know that sounds basic, but things have changed. I know what the components that used to be in expensive microphones and equipments, they are now in the cheaper models. You know, companies seems to want to sell more, so they make budget friendly equipments with very nice components in them. You know, sometimes it's just the durability, like it's not that durable. You know, like if it fall, it break, and you know, some of them made of plastic. Not the microphone, probably some microphone, but I was just in general, some of the equipments, headphones and stuff, made of different stuff, and hence where the price comes in. But what I'm trying to say is, you get a microphone for like $40, right? And or less, right? Whatever your budget is, right? And the next thing you want is a headphone. Now, if you're gonna do mixing, it's good to get the best mixing headphone you can afford. Now you're gonna do like YouTube research on this so that you know exactly the best budget one at the time, you know, whenever you're watching, whenever you're searching, and so that you can watch YouTube and watch persons compare different headphones, and you could make your decision based on what you like and stuff like that, and the price. Other than that, if you're not gonna do mixing right now, you just want to record, any headphone, absolutely any headphone you can use. What you would need is just a headphone, so that when you're listening to the music in your ears, the music is not like, you can't use your laptop speaker or any other external speaker to play the music while you're singing through the microphone, because if you do that, then that external music is gonna go right into the microphone while your voice is going into the microphone, and then now when whoever is gonna mix the music listens to that audio, they're gonna hear both the music and your voice in the same track, right, in the same audio. So whatever processing they do to your voice, it's affecting the music as well. You don't want that. So all you want to be captured in the microphone is your voice, not the music. So that's why you want a headphone, to play the music in your ears, not in the environment. All right, hope that's clear. The next thing you may need, it's not a must, you may need this, is an audio interface. And why it's not a must? Before I tell you what it is, it's not a must because you can get microphones that are USB powered and they are great too. Like I tell you, there's a lot of options now, and what's gonna make them sounds great is the little knowledge that you take. It's a little time that you take to gain the knowledge, like how far to put the microphone, what you could use to absorb sound behind the microphone, which towel would be best to use. Should you use your pillow? Should you put it in the microphone in the wall? Where in the room should you place? Those things are gonna give you the result, the best result. All right, so you have options. You can, if you don't want an audio interface. Now let me tell you what's an audio interface. It is like a lot of condenser microphones or a lot of studio microphones that you're gonna see. They have like XLR cables, right? And these XLR cables is like, when you plug them out, they have like a tree sprung, like a tree thing inside of them. I don't know how to describe that. They can't be plugged directly into the mic and then directly into the computer, unless I think they probably have a converter for that. I'm not sure, like from XLR to USB, I'm not sure. But other than that, and even if they do have that, a lot of times when the microphones have XLR, you also need phantom power to power it, and that's where the audio interface comes in, because some of the audio interface, or most or all, I'm not sure, has a button with phantom power, right? So you just press it or click the switch or however it looks, and you get phantom power, and then you get power to your microphone so that you can start recording, right? It's not complicated. Now the interface may be a little more expensive than the wide ranges of microphones you can get. I'm just gonna give you an average. I think you possibly can find audio interface online for about $80 up, $80 US up, right? And I think it's also important to try and get a good one. Oh, I just remember a package, and I probably put it on the screen. I just remember a package when I say that. Focusrite have a bundle, like I think 2 different bundles, or probably many, but I know of 2 different bundles. Comes with a microphone, a headphone, and an audio interface. I'm not sure if it comes with other stuff. The difference is, what I see is, one is 3rd generation and the next one is 2nd generation, and I think that affects the quality, right? But what I'm trying to say is, I think that would be an easier thing to get, so you get everything one time. And Focusrite has good quality stuff, right? Has really good quality stuff. Other than that, if you just want to get your stuff single, then there's audio interface that you can get really good quality from the ranges that you have. But I think I'm not even sure. I don't have much experience with the different audio interfaces as much as how I have experiences with the different microphones. But I think it's more noticeable with the quality with the audio interface. Not to worry though, trust me, you should grab one, whatever you can buy right now. It's gonna get you started, and you're gonna once your knowledge is increased, you're gonna make awesome music. You're gonna get started with doing the work of God, and that's what you want. And you're gonna make awesome music with just what you have. And if you feel like, because your knowledge is increasing now, you feel like this particular equipment you want a much more expensive one, then no problem. But I can tell you something. The real thing is within your knowledge and your wisdom. What you have learned, like how to process what you have just captured, and even how, which is more important, how to capture that thing at the highest quality in the first place. And when I say the highest quality, like I said, these equipments, these low budget equipments, they still have very decent quality. When I use quality in this sense, what I mean is room placement, mic placement within the room that you have. Because if you have a room, like you can hear echo sounds right now, because this room is not treated, but yet still I record songs in this room. What else I record in this room? I can't remember, but what I can remember clear is that the last song I record within this room, not inside the booth. And I find that was a fairly good quality song, you know. So I just want to encourage you guys that you can really start this music. If you literally find that you have to go to studio every single time and you don't have the money, some of you guys are working, and you see whereby you can definitely take care of your family, do all of those things, and yet you can go by the studio whenever you go by the studio and record your songs without a problem. Then go for it. While some of you find that it's always expensive to be going by the studio. You always have to be borrowing money, asking for money, and all these kind of things, and you feel depressed. You can literally do this thing yourself. And once you're called, trust me, God is gonna make a way for you. And you just have to believe that. Once you're called for something, He's gonna equip you with what you need. That just period. You can't go around it. He's gonna equip you with what you need for the call that you are called for. All right. So I don't have everything. I have little experience working in big studios because I've been doing this for myself from a very long time, or a couple years now, probably 8, 9 years or 7 years. I can't remember quite, but I've been recording using my brother's laptop, because he came in with a software on his laptop, and it was Mixcraft at the time, and he was doing the recording and I was doing the singing, and he had other friends and cousins and stuff, and we were singing and making songs, gun lyrics, gun songs, girl songs, you know, bad songs. And before you know it, I started doing recording too. You know, just record and stop. Nothing fancy. When I say doing recording, don't feel like, oh wow, he's been exposed long time and he's doing all these things. Basic stuff. We didn't really know what we were doing, right? And we were enjoying it. We were having fun doing it, and I never stopped. I kept on doing. I will tell you my story more. If you're interested in hearing that, you can always comment and tell me that you're interested in hearing the journey, you know, how I reach here. And when I say here, I mean this point. I don't mean like, oh, all these things. I mean this point. How I reach here, doing music full time, on my own, recording my own self, mixing and mastering my own self, making my own beats, all those kind of things, making my own videos, lyric videos, even my room music videos. That's what I mean by here, right? So if you're interested in knowing the journey, then let me know in the comments. But I just do this video for young gospel artists, young gospel ministers who feel like they have no hope and everything is just. Don't be intimidated by the big studios that you see. Like you only have to be in those big studios to get certain qualities. Nah, just increase the knowledge. Once God have called you for it, you should be serious about it. And make sure God have called you for it, please. If God haven't called you for it, then there's something awesome out there that God wants you to do. Right? You just need to seek God, and He will show you what is in you, and He will equip you for it. And you probably think that music is what you should do and music is your thing and you feel excited about it while you're missing out. So find out, like, seek God. Make sure this is your calling and it's not just a thing that you like doing and, you know, you get so passionate over it and you being depressed over it because it's not coming true, make sure you're called for it. You know, that you will have patience. All right.